Tell a long time when I get a chance with you. East Africa, baby. My best friend, baby. In the club, everybody just push up. I put the guy from the block into one that flowers. Rock my coffee, Kumbele ama tusiendelee? Thank you.
My name is Aniko Owoko, and I have the pleasure of inviting you to the Break the Chains official press conference and media launch in Nairobi, Kenya. It is such an honor for me to introduce an iconic artist, a legend, and like many say, one of us here in Nairobi. His career started right here in Nairobi. He went on to conquer not just Uganda, East Africa, but the entire African continent. It has been a while. Now there's a new album, as you can see on the site. It's called Break the Chains. 16-track album presented to you by none other than Bebe Cool. And without further ado, because I know you have been waiting, I would like to welcome you, Bebe Cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I feel happy and there's nothing that feels better than being here.
Why the title Break the Chains? What are you breaking the chains for?
Well, in life, you get to a point where you feel you are doing the same thing over and over, and you want to believe that you expect a different result. I've been singing for the last 25 to 30 years. I began my music in Nairobi here. I came, I think, around the 1997. But there came a time where I saw I was in the same place. And in the same place because as East Africa, let me say as Uganda or East Africa, we had believed, we were the first people to really show interest in going global, beyond. We used to hit all over, go for the awards in the UK, the South Africa, Nigeria, but somehow the time came when we felt comfortable. And we felt comfortable because of different reasons. So times have come, there is a new generation, and it seems to be responding to different sounds. It seems to be responding to different issues, So there's a level of comfort you get when you feel successful also. But as for me, I never feel successful, so I said it. I see other people, going an extra mile. I cannot leave it here in my comfort, and this is applicable to everybody else in life. When you are comfortable, you feel you're doing just fine, but you can see other people doing better. So I decided to say, I'm going to break the chains. I want to get out of my comfort zone as an individual, and also the type of music that I was doing was all around the same. So maybe let me do something different. Let me work with different people in the music industry. Let me work globally. Let me choose different styles of music. It's evident that the world has chosen Afrobeat. I wasn't doing Afrobeat. It's evident that East African artists weren't seriously embracing what genres of music are going. You can see it's Afrobeat, it's Afropop, it's Afrotech. So I said, no. Let me put everything that I've done on the side. Let me take my new journey. Yes.
Were you a little bit afraid? Like, what if I do an Afrobeat song and all my fans are like, nah, we're not vibing with this? Like, what was the creative process like, and how did you embark on that journey?
Well, it's about 6 years ago when I approached my executive producer, who is pushing to. I was always having this thing. When I came to Kenya in '97, I wanted to change the music industry in Uganda. When I met Bushito 5-6 years ago, I told him I wanted to do something that could elevate the music industry in Uganda and also give belief in Kenya and Tanzania at the same time. So there was this kind of thing that we had done in Uganda, that people just got comfortable and just believed in that same type of music. In Uganda, it's called chidandali. So it's what the local people like and stuff like that. But I asked him, because I saw the audience wants a certain type of thing, and you as the artist are pushing something different. So we decided to put together the brains with Bushington and say, let's use, African writers and producers. Let's look at different types of music rather than what we have been doing, because we know the people of East Africa, we know the people of Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. All they need is good stuff, good music, okay? And then remember that this is Jay-Z's. This is a new era. This is a new generation. They have shown you what they want. So you just have to pick a leaf, and So the creative processes were a bit simple. I mean, Busha to get the young guys and the young producers all right. I mean, one beautiful young lady in Kenya here, she wrote about 3 or 4 songs on that album. We've got Ugandans writing, we've got a Kenyan producer, 4 Ugandan producers, and then 2 Nigerian producers, and then 2 South African producers. So we really tried so much to make an inclusion for this kind of production and contribution on the album.
Amazing. Do you want to talk about some of the specific songs, some of the collaborations? I want to ask you what are your favorite songs, because I have favorite songs in the album.
Yes.
Artists always say, oh, they're all my children, and blah, 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 but we really want to know, what are you jamming to? Maybe different times, different vibes. So what have you been jamming to since the album came out?
Well, first and foremost, this album has taken over 1.5 years to do. So during that time, I was also being impressed and, surprised by a lot of, things. Afrobeat, definitely I was worried. What are the people going to say if I do Afrobeat? Are they going to say I'm sounding like Nigerian? Are they going to say this? But surprisingly, the decision on the specific sounds that we put in was always growing on me, and it was impressing. One of the most surprising songs, I think, was Hips Don't Lie and Rectangle Love. I mean, this is sounds that we hadn't done in Uganda. I'm the first artist to do that, I think. These are new sounds. This is Afro-tech, Afro-pop. And you don't know what the people are going to say. But inside the studio, I am feeling the music. I am feeling. So in the beginning, because I recorded those ones last, in the beginning I loved Home so much. Home is a person. Because this album takes care of people who like lyrics, people who like meaning of songs. It takes care of those who like beats. It takes care of those who are in pain. It takes care of those who want to be happy. So, with these last 3 songs, I myself was blown away from the original songs that I had chosen. Songs like Hidden Agenda, Home, Games, Boy Like Me, those were my songs, And then, boom, this is a new sound. I'm like, no, now this is better. Hips Don't Lie, So for now, I'm a bit lost on which one is best, of course, not forgetting the fact that I did 3 collaborations on them, which was sounding so beautiful. When you listen to Yemi Alade, she's just, And then came Joshua Baraka. Joshua just killed it also. And I think that's one of the best songs, but I'm yet to choose, because every day I'm on this song, the next day I'm on the other. And then, of course, collaborating with DJ Edu. DJ Edu is, of course, most people don't know, but he's Kenyan originally, and this is one of the people I used to work with, including Fundi Frank here. Fundi Frank, I'm so happy to see you, man. This is the guy who did my first costumes in Kenya here in the late 90s, early 2000s. The Kenyan top, designer. I remember I had this shirt when I went to Uganda, and I never gave it up. I kept it because it had this print for the franc. So every time I performed in Uganda in that show, I turn around and show people for the franc. So you can see how it is. So basically, that's this album is amazing. It just kept on swinging me left, right, and center. And up to now, I don't know which of the songs is best.
Are there specific ways you feel like the industry has changed and that has ever influenced your approach to how this album was released? Because when you were starting out, when I was starting out, there wasn't even TikTok, you know? And back in those days when you guys were starting out, music wasn't even streaming. People are buying albums, physical albums. So now there's streaming, there's digital platforms, there's the influencers, and people are blowing out without even posting their song on DSPs. So what have you seen has changed, and how did you prepare yourself to be in this moment with this new project?
Well, definitely the page has completely, been turned. We did things totally different. I remember we had to do singles. You had to go to a radio station to take that song all over the country. You go to Kisumu. When I was in Nairobi, how I moved my music was using Miss Kenya, events. When you go to Mombasa to perform, you pass by a radio station. When you go to Kilimani or wherever. Well, later on then we of course were involved in those big events like Beats of the Season, where I remember the organizer used to be Susan Kibukosa or something like that. Yeah. So they gave us platforms to push that music. And then of course we walked into the different TVs and radio stations. The first radio that made it easy for us in East Africa was East African Radio, which was as a result of the energy that we had put in to combine as East Africans. Because when I came here, we combined with Red Sun, and then later on Chameleon joined. So there was that vibration. So compared to today, it's totally amazing that today, you can be in your bedroom, do a song, hit it up on your social media pages, and you sell. But that time, you had to compete. Like in Uganda, it was totally different. You had to do an album and take it, sell it in a shop, and then that guy has to print a number of tapes, and then they drive to distribute them to different districts in the country. And now, if it is a single, you definitely have to get on a taxi. You go 500 miles to deliver to a radio station by yourself. We didn't have managers, but today, it's amazing. However easy it is, though, it's disruptive. Every second there's a new artist, there's a new song, there's a new idea. So, but though it has given a new challenge to all of us, and that's why I think you can see that Bebe is back at home in Kenya where I began, because I think this is where my luck is. With such a very beautiful album that I have done, Break the Chains, it's worth to start my media tour here and then mix myself up with my young, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters. Of course, with my old friends in the music industry, the likes of Nas, Waire, Red. We have to evolve with what is happening. I don't believe in letting go. There's still a lot of time. Today music is about streaming, so it doesn't matter how old you are, and as long as you're still good, even this gives the young generation hope that, I will not stop. If that guy is at 50 or 60 still doing music and the world is buying the music, then I'm gonna take on this music, which is one of the biggest problems where people give up easily and quickly. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to take a lot of your time, and I would like to open the floor to questions. People say, don't contribute, let us have questions, but I think it's a lot of questions. If you like the album, if you like the Cool for a fan, you can express yourself. So please raise up your hand, introduce yourself, where you're from, and let's keep it strictly music on the album. I'm looking to see if anybody has a question.
I just have a question. Now that you're in Kenya, do you plan to work with the producers from here or are you still thinking of the yourself?
Yeah, definitely 7 days in Kenya. I want to see, I want to believe that, of course, opportunity is in every country. I want to work with new artists. I have names that I've heard about, the Surus, of course, BN is doing good. My old partners that we sang together, Naz, Waire. I'm open to anything. I also want to, meet, DJs, the new DJs on the block. So this kind of collaboration, the collaboration is not only within the song. Now we can collaborate at all levels. I mean, it's not just, but I'm open to anything. I mean, I'm in Kenya and I'm on a media tour and I'm out to connect. What has kept me in the game for over 20 years or 25 years has been, one, I believe in God. Two, I believe I work so much, I have a plan, which I stick to. And music is all I know. So if it's all I know, I protect it and do it with one heart. I don't believe so much in people discouraging me. So mainly the purpose has been, the main reason has been, it's what I know best. And the second I stop it, I feel like as if I'm stopping my own life. Yeah, the inspiration behind Break the Chains is, there's a moment when everyone in life is stuck somewhere. Have you ever been in a position where you need something to change in your life? But you see, sometimes you're scared about people, what they will say, what they will comment. You're worried. Let me give you a good example. You go to school, you have a degree, you become a doctor, but then you don't have a good job, you don't have a good salary, okay? So you see a content creator making 1 million a month, but you, the doctor, you're making 150,000 Kenya shillings a month. So there's this mindset that we have as humans, but this time I'll speak as an African. You're scared of people saying, oh, the doctor became a content creator. But you see, the whole point in life is success. And success comes after the check. The bigger the check, the better. So I'm comfortably saying, you break that mindset, break that chain that keeps you earning 150 because you're a doctor, and yet you see a content creator earning 1 million. You're supposed to go and earn 1 million. Get out of that fear, put that out. So for me, musically, I'm like, I've done this kind of music for so long. Now I'm going to go do what the world is consuming. What is the world consuming? The Nigerian original Afrobeat. Why should I be shy about it? I mean, this is a business. If the market is buying Afrobeat, I'm going for Afrobeat. If now the world is changing to go by Afrotech, so it was all about breaking that mindset that we have, and it applies to any kind of job you do. So this album really is out there to encourage you to get out of the comfort zone, or to not to feel, cheated. I mean, I left Uganda to come to Kenya. Why don't you, if you feel things are not moving, why don't you leave Kenya, you go to Uganda? So it's that mindset that I'm talking about. Other apps? I am definitely. I mean, this is the world of these young people, the Gen Zs. I mean, if you're going to do the music, you're going to have to come full package, man. You can't come for half. You get it? So seriously, I couldn't have come here with a big stomach. Even the media personalities wouldn't be interested in, coming to cover. But if you come to my hotel and we go swimming, then you'll see the real Bebe Cool up there. But generally speaking, it's two things. The work we do is called showbiz. How you look is so important because it's the first impression before someone listens to what you bring. That's one. Then secondly, it's a healthy side. I mean, work out. In Uganda, you find that I'm a bit, I'm going to sit with young people and you won't even notice my age. And then you mistake my, sons and daughters and young brothers to be older than me. The purpose is because I intend to do it in person to also live longer and healthier and be happy. I mean, self-esteem comes as a key factor in life. And one of the key factors in self-esteem is how you look. I'd like to, of course, recognize the presence of my brother Waire, and I would like to kindly request him to come and join me. This is a very big guy, my brother. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, incomplete as yet, soon to be complete. So, you were saying, how do I balance the old artists and the new generation artists? Well, to me, music is open. I don't think much about that. I care about the market. I think about the market and inclusion. At any one time, you have to accept that you need to evolve. The truth is, Africa today, we have the young generation. As in my country, Uganda, it's 70-80% now young people. It's a very big lesson. When I come to Kenya here, it's a bit lighter. But you can imagine how I speak to my son if I'm still singing, how I dress up when I'm getting out of the house. Basically, by the time I do all the chores or the work I do during the whole day, I am forced to think like a young person, because nearly everything is being now done by young people. So it is from the natural part of it that we now exist in the young people. So that's why actually it takes you back to the break the chains. It is very difficult to accept, but I had to accept and say, what? I have to go with the young people. Okay, there's a Kenyan there, DJ Edu. And DJ Edu is the first person the first DJ as stroke entertainment guru that I met here when I was in Kenya. And he holds a very high place in the UK right now. I mean, if we are looking to break as East Africans, if you notice that every single Nigerian that has broken from Nigeria to global has come to Uganda before, okay? Has come to Kenya before. They become global. But ask yourself a question. Who are those people that are making things happen? They're the likes of DJ Edu, who is a Kenyan, the likes of Adesope, who is an beautiful. Let's welcome the queen herself, that sings to me. Please, thank you. Yeah, I'm lost a bit because I saw the rasta. Where was I? Yeah, DJ Edu. So the collaboration, working with DJ Edu, is to show the young people that DJ Edu exists with a big cake for you. Okay? I mean, I'm very sure that most artists don't even know how connected he is. This is now about connection. Social media is not just enough, but you need the ground connections of people who have offices, who know who have the social capital that can interpret into the global movements that we need as East Africans. For Tanzania or for Rwanda, for Congo, for South Sudan, you can't believe I'm interested in doing collabs in South Sudan. The issue is, it's about numbers. We are here to teach our East African people the importance of streaming. Uganda has 50 million people. If Kenya has, how many? 50 million. If Tanzania has 50 million, that's 150. If Rwanda has 20, that's 170. So if we teach just half of them to stream music, you just imagine, Suru would drop a song and then it has 20 million streams in just a week. So we really don't need to do much away. We need to do a lot here within ourselves first. So for me, my state is in that position, humbly. All that is as a result of us guys needing. We need, and media also actually, because most of the time we talk as artists, but now this generation must include the media. Minus you guys, is nothing.
I've just lost a very good friend of mine who I grew up with to suicide just this week, a man, and the statistics are showing, especially in Kenya, that it is men who are leading in suicide rates in Kenya. And I think what Bebe is saying and with his album is really a message. We need a lot of artists to come out and speak about mental health, even for us musicians. People think you're untouchable, you don't have problems, you don't go through anything. And I think especially musicians should be able to have a safe space to go and talk about their problems, because you find like you can't talk to your friends because you don't want it to end up in the media. You don't want to talk to your family because you don't know, how it's going to affect them. So I feel like also creating safe spaces and music that can actually help you get over things. Because like Wire said, we've had a lot of people come and say, this song helped me through my losing my mom, or this song helped me through a really tough time. And I think the message Bebe is portraying in his album, To Break the Chains, is really, really important, because as he said, once you change your mindset, you change your life. And I think we're all in this space, especially as Kenyans right now, where we feel a lot of tension when it comes to the young people, uncertainty about the future, and it's because we changed our mindset. We decided to change our mind frame and not wait for other people to fix the situation. And I think that is a really great example for youth all over the world, that you can make the change, you can decide who you want to be, no matter the circumstance, and you can change your circumstance if you change your mind frame and your mindset and believe that you can. I'm going to go back to when we started music. Nobody told us we can do it. We told ourselves, right? My first single was me telling myself I want to be famous, right? So that's where it starts. It starts with you. You believe it, you make the change mentally, and then the rest of the change will follow. So I think because I didn't really know that the album is really pushing on issues about mental health, I think it's really great, Bebe, that you're doing that. Because we are known for just singing music that is happy, club songs, party songs. And when you release an album, it should have a strong message, and I think that is a really strong message. Like, everybody should go and get this album if it is going to help you in one way or another to change your mind frame, because it takes a second, and it can take years. Yeah, it's all up to you. It can take 10 years to change your life, or it can take the next 1 minute for you to say, I'm not going to do this anymore. This has to stop. I'm going to change my life now. And I think that's a really great message for the album. So everybody should get it. I'm getting it. Where's mine?
Please, Kenyan people, stream this album.
Yeah. We're old school.
Please,
we want
Naz.
physical copies.
Oh, you want?
Sign, autograph.
No, you have to change your mindset. Break that chain.
Streaming.
Yes.
Quite a long time when I get a chance with you. East African baby, my best friend baby. In the club, everybody just push up one. I put together from the block into one that flowers. Rock my coffee. Kundele ama tusiendelee. Thank you.